All right, here is my review for October 3rd, 2022 for the first Mummy movie from 1932. So this box set has a whole bunch in here, but just the first one. So this is on Blu-ray because the 4K is not out yet. So I just wanted to start by saying that I love the 1999 version a lot. So I was really excited to watch this one. The picture is really grainy and flickery, but it is agreeable. So it's good. And there's a lot of scenes that are really, really quiet, but unlike Frankenstein and Dracula, they actually added more music into this one. So there's that. Is the occult expert in this movie the same guy who plays Van Helsing in Frankenstein and also, or in Dracula, and also the university doctor in Frankenstein? I think he's in everything. Actually, that's him right there. I think he's in everything. Let's see. Right. Boop. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So I thought it was really weird when there was a 10-year gap between when the mummy gets woken up and then when you start seeing him again as this guy, Ardith Bay. Fun Easter egg. That's the name of the really sexy guy with the tattoos on his face in the new Mummy movies with the hair. So I think it's like an Easter egg to this guy's name in this movie. So that's the Mummy. I thought it was weird that it was like a 10-year gap. And also Imhotep tells them where to dig up his girlfriend. It was just, he was like so much more calm and peaceful in this one. Hey, come here. I thought it was interesting. Come here.
What are you watching?
I'm making a video. Oh, when the people were digging up his girlfriend's grave, I thought it was like in Raiders of the Lost Ark because all the people were like singing and digging. It just super reminded me of that. And then Imhotep, like, he does the spell or reads the thing,
Daddy,
and
what are you talking?
I'm talking about the Mummy. I'm talking about this scary show right here.
Oh.
It like possessed Helen from like across town. I thought that was interesting that could happen. Here's a quote from a direct quote from the movie. It is I think I might have to pause it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so direct quote from the movie. No, don't do that. Okay, it's Frank, make yourself more agreeable. And then they walk out of the room, and then they come back into the room, and he's in the middle of kissing the girl. So I thought it was funny. Don't do that. That's rude. I thought it was funny how they're like, make yourself more agreeable, and then he's like just kissing her the next time they come back in the room. I thought his glowing eyes were really cool, and let's see if I can show it. I'm gonna pause it and find that.
Is he?
He's Imhotep. So I love how he does this. I think they just shine the light right on his eyes, but it makes them glow, like when he's trying to be like powerful to people. I thought that was so cool that he did that. Also, actually, in this same scene, this is about 40 minutes in, I thought the mummy just goes all in really quick when the two guys are like, we kind of think you're the mummy. And he's like, well, I'm going to get you. And then the other guy's like, well, I'm going to get you. And then like he just walks out of the room, and it was just like, what the heck? So they're like about to fight, and then he just walks away. It was kind of weird. Also, I thought it was kind of like Darth Vader, how he would like strangle people through like with his hand or their heart or whatever, but it was like with his hand. And that's kind of like Darth Vader. So I wonder if that was inspiration. And then here's another part from the movie. So Frank calls Helen on the phone, and he's like, stay there. And she's like, okay. And then the next scene, she's all dressed up and on her way to go visit Imhotep. So I thought that was really funny. She's like, okay, I'll stay there. And then
Hi, Mama.
it cuts, and she's like dressed up and going over to the mummy's house.
Mommy, I want to go to Linnea house.
Oh, and also the best pickup line in the world that Frank uses on Helen. He's like, I was digging up a mummy, and she was a girl, and I fell in love with her, and I'm in love with you now. And it was just like, oh, that's the pickup line you're going with. And then when she wants to sneak out and go to the mummy, she tells her like helper lady that she wants to get in her like negligee, and she's like, it's for Frank, you'll understand. Anyway, I just thought it was funny that she like wanted to get all dressed up. She's like, as a surprise for Frank. At an hour and 3 minutes, there's something interesting on the screen. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pause it. This is going to be very conspiracy-ish. Okay. On her head, right there is the way her hair is curled. It looks like 666. See if I can zoom in on it. Nope, can't zoom in on this mode. Anyway, it's right there on her hair. 666. So we should ban this movie because it's the devil. So then the mummy's like, you're going to be my girlfriend's body now, so I'm going to burn her old body. And it's like, man, all this trouble to like dig her up, and they just burn her body. It's like, what if someone would have burned your body, old mummy guy? Anyway, I thought it was weird that he burned his old girlfriend's body. So this guy is his Nubian slave, and pretty sure it's just a white dude with brown makeup all over his body. Just thought that was kind of funny. Also when she tries to run away and this guy goes to stop her, their struggle was like really mild, because I felt like if they struggled very hard that her clothes would fall off, because there's not very much that she's wearing. Also Frank survived. I was thinking he was gonna die, but I guess his love was so strong that he didn't die. So I was keeping track of the body count, the mummy's body count, and it was up to 4, but then Frank came back to watch Helen save herself, and so I had to lower it down to 3. So the total body count of the mummy is 3 humans killed, 1 dog killed, 1 lady possessed, and 1 Nubian slave acquired. Also, I thought it was interesting that Helen basically saved herself instead of so the dudes are like, let's go get her, and they like go in the museum and just like stand there while she confronts the mummy, and then she gets the statue of Isis to like zap him. And then I thought when he died and he was like fading, getting like really old, it was really cool, and it was like a precursor to how people rapidly age, like in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So it was cool to see this in 1932 and then see how movies have kind of been inspired by it. Also, these movies are so short, there's like 70 something minutes, and sometimes the scenes change while the music is still playing, and it actually cuts off the music, so it's like really abrupt, but it's so quick. So I'm wondering, like, what was the point of making the movies go by so fast, and that they couldn't have the scenes transition more smoothly? They're like, the music is playing out and then they're like, we're done here, and then just move on. So I don't know if they're just trying to keep everything short so they could cram more show times in a day or what, but I don't know. It had just abruptness is the Universal Monsters theme, I'm guessing. Aging death, yeah, that was cool. Oh, okay, and then the mummy has a cool scarab ring. I'm going to show you that. Okay, so first of all, this is actually a really freaking cool looking shot here with the ring in focus and everything else blurry, but look at his ring. It's a little scarab ring. And so that reminded me of the 1999 Mummy. The whole time I was watching this, I was thinking of that. I was trying not to compare it, but it was impossible. So yeah, look at his ring. It's like, it's a scarab, and I thought it's cool because there's lots of scarabs in the 1999 one. There's also a lot of jump cuts, like mid-scene here. Like people will be talking, and then all of a sudden there's like a jump cut. So I'm wondering if like the film was just destroyed, or like there was a blooper and they just cut it out and then shoved it together. I don't know. But there's a weird amount of those. So yeah, this movie just really made me want to watch the 1999 Mummy really bad. I like that Mummy is more hands-on, whereas this Mummy like zaps people through his little vision pool thing. I like the other Mummy where he's just decimating people. Actually, I really want to know his body count in that new one. I actually might count next time I watch it. Yeah. Okay, actually, I'm going to show you my favorite shot from this movie. This is a contender. This is really cool, but I'm going to show you my favorite part. Favorite shot. Okay, this is my favorite frame in the movie. This is during the flashback when they're looking into the little reflection pool and they're watching the flashback and they're walking down the hallway. I think there's so much depth to that shot, and that is my favorite shot in this movie. So I'm keeping up the tradition of showing my favorite shot in all the movies. I also watched the Carl Lemley special feature, which was the founder of Universal Studios, which was really cool. I really liked that, and it was enlightening because I didn't know about him. What else? I think. I'm kind of comparing all the movies, all the monster movies to each other as I go. And so far, I think Dracula is my favorite, and then The Mummy and Frankenstein are like neck and neck for number two. Maybe Mummy's a little higher than Frankenstein. Yeah, Dracula for sure number one so far. And then this movie comes out on I think the 11th in 4K, so I'm really excited to see this one in 4K because I want to see Karloff's makeup because I think that would look so cool, and then also a more stable image. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the 1932 Mummy movie. So let me know what you think and if you've seen this one, and if you're gonna stay tuned for my other ones. So thank you for watching, and there's gonna be more. So this is the October 3rd one, and the next one I think is Invisible Man. So anyway, stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.